Yo, what's going on, guys? PewDiePie back again with more FNAF Show.
Hi, my name is Dawko. I'm here to sing a song to you, cause this is the FNAF Show. Come on in, come inside. No need to be terrified.
Together, we're gonna have a grand old amazing, awesome, spectacular, fantastic fun time!
This is the FNAF Show.
It is.
What's going on, guys?
Oh, hey, welcome.
FNAF Show, guys. This is episode either 9 or 10.
I believe it's 9.
It's 9. Thank you.
9.
You know more than me.
Biggest fan here.
Yeah, I'm the one who makes it, and I don't even know what.
Oh, it's
episode
with
we're on.
Nikson
So,
and
let me introduce you to. If
what's
you,
his name?
By the way, if you remember a few
JeliLiam.
episodes ago, we had Kane Carter and Emil Mako on for an interview about their fan games, and I said at the end of the video, I think I'm interested in having Nikson and Liam on. Although they're both fan games, they're made in completely different ways. A lot of you people said in the comment section, yeah, do it. We love Joy of Creation, we love Final Nights, love those nights of Rachel's. So yeah, let me introduce you. So first, we have Nikson, the creator of Joy of Creation and Those Nights of Rachel's, and he's working on a game, he's programming a game called Dark Deception, which you saw on the channel a couple of weeks ago. Hello.
Hey everyone. Am I supposed to introduce myself too? Like,
If you want to.
I think I'm good. You did a good job.
This is
Okay.
Alcoholics Anonymous. You have to tell you the story.
And next we have Liam, or Jelly. It's JeliLiam, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
The creator of Final Nights, and again, you saw me play all of these games
I gotta put that on the list.
on the channel,
Final
and
Nights.
it's been amazing. I've loved every single playthrough. So it's been a while though, hasn't it? When did Final Nights come out?
I think November 2015.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
it was as well.
3 years ago.
November 11th, if I remember correctly. Or 15.
Jesus.
It has been a
And
while.
Nixon, I'm pretty sure Joy of Creation story mode, some of the chapters were like 2017.
Yeah, I remember it was 0717, and then
Because I played it just before I went to a convention in July. I'm pretty sure it was July.
Yeah, it was July.
Yeah, and then when did Rachel's come out?
Oh boy, that's a 16, I think.
Yeah, awesome. All of these games were created on Unreal Engine, right?
Yes.
I want to ask you guys, because a lot of people
I'm a
love
little
Unreal
sniffly
Engine
today.
games, so do I. Are they complicated? Is the software complicated to make a game on, like a fan game?
Oh boy.
I can. Should I start?
Yes.
Yeah, you can
Go
both
for it.
say
Okay.
something, yeah.
So I think, look, it's never really easy if you're using a 3D engine compared to a 2D engine. However, I believe that compared to engines like Unity or you've got CryEngine too, I think Unreal is the most user-friendly engine out there because it has all those visual tools. You can, like blueprints, you don't have to actually write your code. You can make it in like nodes, and you can do that the same with materials and even sounds and stuff like that.
Yeah, I definitely think Unreal is one of the easiest engines to get into in the moment. It's kind of, if you were to compare it, I think ClickTeam would be the Unreal of 2D game engines. If
Yeah.
that makes sense?
Could be.
Like, so you have the visual
yeah.
scripting aspect in that as well.
Uh-huh.
Which, as Scott stated, really helped him make games. So I think that's
Yeah.
kind of similar.
Oh, post ad. What do we got?
Let's
Grammarly.
suppose that you're writing
Terrible.
a real
Not the ad we want.
Similar with
One
Unreal
different
Engine.
one.
You have the visual blueprinting system in it, which, yeah.
I do think it's important to say that you can't just jump into Unreal and expect like, yeah, I can make a game in about a week. It's still
Yeah.
gonna take you time to actually learn the software. It's not us saying it's like the easiest thing ever.
Yeah. So, if I were to make FNAF 7, right,
Yeah.
what advice would you give me?
This isn't a tip from me personally, it's one I've heard, but I've heard it helps with recreating simple like board games and rule sets just as a programming exercise to get to know a programming language, in this case blueprints, making for example a simple tic-tac-toe game is
Yeah.
a good way to start off.
Yeah.
Definitely don't
tic-tac-toe.
start like with MMORPG with 50 classes. Please don't. Like, it's important you start like small and build your way
small.
up. So like
Yeah.
make, I don't know, remake Snake or games like that, you know? Because it
Yeah.
is going to take you a lot of time if, you know, you have to make everything by yourself, the models, the sounds, you know, you name it. It's going to take a bit, especially since you don't have previous experience.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think.
And for models, can you do that on Unreal Engine, or do you have to get 3ds Max or something, or Blender?
Unreal has
model.
this like you can like block out your
I'm not
levels,
an
you
expert,
can
by the way.
create simple shapes, squares.
This is just what I've heard.
Okay.
It's not enough to make a whole game, I think. You should
Yeah.
definitely get
Definitely not for characters and complex shapes. You should probably use some sort of 3D modeling software. If you don't want to get into Max and buying Max, you know, the most common ones probably like Blender or Cinema 4D, one of those.
Okay. So I'm gonna start off right with a game. I'm gonna be a cute donut, right? But
Okay.
all he's got on is icing, and you have to go around a map collecting sprinkles to put on the donut.
I mean, that's pretty simple.
And while you're getting the sprinkles, right, you get chased by like ants or something who want to eat the donut. I don't know.
I'd
Look,
play
you got
that.
a game there. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a game.
Man,
Don't
you're
steal
running
my
around,
idea.
running around a maze, collecting things, getting chased by stuff. Wow.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
Completely original.
This is a question for both of you guys. So what inspired you to make Joy of Creation, Rachel's, and what inspired you to make Final Nights?
What inspired me to make Final Nights? Well, I've definitely gotta say Nixon's got a big part in it. The whole Unreal Engine thing. I was making horror games before in Unity, as were many people. But
Yeah.
getting into FNAF, I'm not a professional.
You just wanted to do it, basically. There wasn't really
Yeah,
a...
I saw that. I saw Nixon's Those Nights at Fredbear's trailers. It was definitely those, combined with when it got cancelled, it kind of felt like there was this gap for Unreal Engine FNAF games, so I was like, I might as well, you know?
Yeah.
I
Now
might
it's
give it a shot and
loads.
see where it takes me. And it went through many different... I basically started off as me recreating a failed fan game I tried to make in Click Team, called The Old Location, which was you basically just going back to the FNAF 2 location and everything was broken down and rotten and all that. But that kind of just fell through. The prologue to it and the finale to it basically merged into its separate game called Final Nights.
I always had this like kind of interest for the 3D and like computery stuff since I was a child, and my first introduction to like game development was when I made mods for the horror game Amnesia, which had modding tools available for.
I should mention, if I keep saying and oh yeah and yup whenever Nixon's talking, it's because I've seen some of his live streams where he talks about making Joy Creation, so I know a bit more.
Everyone, and you could make your own maps. You could open the actual Amnesia maps, check out how they were made, and
I am
I don't know what
perfectly
fascinated
educated,
me. I was
thank
like,
you.
I want to do this. So I was searching for an engine to work with, and I got Unreal Engine, and that was around the time when FNAF 1 came out. And, and I got into the fandom, and I started getting interested into the lore, and I thought, hey, I don't have to make my own game. I can just make a fan game to, you know, learn the engine properly. So I chose to do that, and that's my kind of inspiration or motivation for doing that. Yeah.
Nice. So, were there any like inspirations for your story? So, your FNAF story. So, we'll go with Joy of Creation for you, Nixon. I think Joy of Creation had the most story involved. That's what I'm trying to say. What inspired you to make that story? Obviously, you can't reveal the lore about the whole story. I mean, like,
not really that strict on it at this point, but I mean, I can't take the whole credit for the story because I just kind of set the foundations of it. I had my friend Phil Fisnum that made Pork Chops. He actually was the one who fleshed out the story and made it actually good. But some of the major like inspirations are Wes Craven's New Nightmare, and the rest is just kind of all me. I thought it would be cool to, for once, like do something else, play in the real world, you know, as Scott. And many people were kind of mixed about that idea, but I'm glad I went for it. I like how that came out.
I like it.
First Final Night's story definitely was kind of a melting pot of different ideas I had, but as the sequels came along, I think I ran more with the whole Final Nights theme, basically where you experience the final nights of your main character. And I think it actually just kind of came along as it went along, which isn't always, you know, perfect.
Yeah.
But I believe it's become something interesting at least.
What was the most time-consuming thing you both did in making the game? So what took the most time to do?
I remember when I first started with story mode, because before I had the free roam version, but that was just like a test. I never planned to go very far with that. But when I started with story mode, I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna have 5 levels in this, and I'm gonna have every level be unique. And I announced that, but I didn't plan anything beforehand. Which, please don't do this. This is really bad practice. So like the first level, the bedroom, that took me like 6 months or something before I like finished it, and got some people on the team like Phil again, who helped me with the other levels to get them out quicker and faster. So yeah, that definitely took the longest to me to properly get the game going.
The bedroom's the one where you're in the crib, right? And you shut the curtains.
The bedroom's the one when you're in the bedroom.
The sanity
bedroom.
meter,
Yeah, the sanity meter. Yeah.
What took the longest for me? Well, Final Nights 4 has been the longest in development at, I believe, a year and a couple months now. The issue is I'm never really happy with what I made, so I keep going back and redoing it. As you can see with Demo 1 and Demo 2, there's a lot of differences in even just like the main mechanics. Yeah, that's probably why that one's taking so long, as well as just the amount of content. I'm kind of making the same mistake as Nikson did, where I try and do too much different content in a FNAF game. Like every night it's going to be different. With me, it's like every investigation between every night, so it's already twice the content, and then it's like every investigation is going to be different, so it's going to be set in like a different location. So that's kind of just lots to do.
Yeah, but you've got to remember that we're patient. Okay, well I am anyway.
I'm patient.
Oh man, have you seen our comment sections?
I know some people are impatient, right?
Yeah.
But you've just got to try and ignore that.
I'm actually really happy with the reception, because I have delayed Final Nights 4.
Yeah.
And I made a game job post which I was kind of like, fearing the worst. But I'm actually really happy with.
Yeah. Whenever I get most of the games on Game Jolt. Whenever I go to the Game Jolt page, the actual games page, that kind of right. The whole comment section is just, when is it coming out? When's the next update? And it's sad because a lot of the games are actually like cancelled or delayed, and they look really well. They look really good.
The way people responded.
Yeah.
Because they were all like, dude, just take your time, make it good.
Yeah. Like Nikson said, there are people who will get really annoyed by it.
I'd rather have a good game that takes a long time.
I'm actually really happy with the reception, because I have delayed Final Nights 4.
Yeah.
And I made a game job post which I was kind of like, fearing the worst. But I'm actually really happy with the way people responded. Yeah. Because they were all like, dude, just take your time, make it good.
Yeah. Like Nikson said, there are people who will get really annoyed by it, but you got to ignore them, because a delayed game's better than a rushed one.
That's absolutely right.
I use that quote.
And when it does come out, it's good quality, and the people who were complaining will play it and be like, oh, this is awesome, and completely forget about the past, about waiting for it. And also remember that I don't think the audience is going to go away from it, right? But if it did, remember that there's a butt ton of YouTubers and stuff who are going to play the game when it's out, okay? And then people are gonna be like interested in it again. If it ever does go like quiet, but it never does. So I wouldn't worry about it.
It's good. Thanks for that.
It's alright. I'm gonna play it. You know I am. How did you feel about the reception for your games?
I was really taken by surprise by the reception of Final Nights at first. Well, I still am, but I think it was Dawko was actually the first like properly, well, I say it was large YouTuber at the time that picked up the original Prologue demo along with Omar Sabali, I believe. Though he wasn't that large at the time, I think he only had like 2,000 or 3,000 subscribers. I loved it. I loved the fact that people were actually playing my game and I could watch them play my game, which, you know, made me really happy. And then as it just went along, Final Nights 2 exploded even more, and lots of other YouTubers like 8-Bit Ryan started playing it, up to the point where Final Nights 3 got like a 15-second feature in a PewDiePie video, so, you know,
Hey,
cash money.
That's good.
I'm in.
It was truly when Markiplier played the Joy of Creation. That's when I was like, okay, this is I'm making it. This is good. This is good.
Yeah.
But then I saw he played the spinny version of it, the one where you span around.
Oh, I remember that.
Like, I really did not like that game very much, but for 4 days, I mean,
yeah,
it was okay.
I've made worse in 4 days.
I didn't expect that game to get attention.
The thing is, when you watch people play the games as well, you can respond to their thoughts on the game. So,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
Actually, seeing someone play it helps a lot because
instead of a written review, like I didn't like this, didn't like this, didn't like
Totally.
this. You can watch them play it and see the part, like see directly where the issues were or the good parts. Do you know what I mean?
that's very right.
One of the best parts is seeing when certain parts you intended to how to play feel and emotion, like have the tension roll up and stuff. Seeing that actually in action and seeing people get like walls out and kind of get like on their toes, seeing that stuff actually works, that's like the yes.
That feels really good.
It's like yes, that worked.
Yeah.
It's good.
So we said about the longest part to do on your games. What was the most fun thing to do when making the game?
Oh, I had a blast like making the basement level. Oh, that was so fun because I've made so many of those like static, stationary player levels before.
Yeah.
And that was so good to finally like come back to the free roam and just make this like definitely my favorite part. That was just so fun.
Yeah.
And seeing people's reactions because people did not expect that level to be that way.
No.
When you walked out of that bathroom and you realized you could walk around, people were like, "What?" And that helped with. I feel that helped with the scare factor and why I believe it is the scariest level of story mode.
Well, for me, my favorite part of the development usually is creating the environments. Actually, I really like doing that. I like trying to make them different. Especially with the Fredbears we see in Final Nights 4, like many iterations of Fredbears I see are kind of more like a thematic version of a regular Freddy's restaurant. So I try to turn that on its head and make it this kind of rustic brick walls, red carpet, sort of looking, you know, fancy old diner sort of looking place. And another part I kind of enjoy, which actually hasn't really made its way into any released games yet, is writing like little side characters, because I've had some experiments where I tried to create dialogue and stuff for like little characters you can go up and talk to. Just writing little funny things is something I really enjoy, and I think I hope at least you'll see some of in the future.
What are your plans now, Nikson? You teased something at the end of an interview. Is that the one? Am I right?
Yeah, I did see something.
There's glow sticks and there's a glow stick, and then you look up and you see
glow stick, and
okay.
Yeah, I can spoil that is a FNAF fan game I'm working on the side, and it will be my last. So no more after that. After that, I'll move on to original stuff. So,
okay. I thought you were gonna say
it's not the last game I'll make. Don't worry.
Okay.
But yeah, after that, I already have some plans for original horror games. So
So
Yeah.
original games that you were hoping to sell on Steam and stuff
Yes,
like that.
correct.
Awesome.
Actually paid this time.
On a bit of a different contrast to that, I've made Final Nights 4 mostly with a team which have become great friends by now. There were a lot of people in there that were very valuable to the development. I'm not going to name any specific names because everyone was great. I definitely want to work with them in the future for future titles, which you might see some of in the coming months.
Okay, and are those original ideas or fan games?
Those will be original games. Basically, remember that thing I made once that was called Mono that's on Steam?
Oh, Mono, yeah. Yes, I played Mono.
I still have story 3 to make for that. But I do think that
I don't know what that is, but
between,
cool.
you know, story 2, which was released over a year ago now, I believe. Definitely, well, yeah, it was before Final Nights 4, I think. Yeah, so it's almost over 2 years ago.
Now,
2 years ago. I do believe if I make a story 3 now, the contrast will be too big. So what I'm gonna do, what I'm hoping to do at least, is kind of reboot it, kind of make it into a single story, and everyone that owns the game now will get that rebooted version for free on Steam. Don't worry, I'm not going to just abandon everyone that bought the game. But I definitely hope to reboot it and make run with the concepts a bit more of the developer talking to you in the game. And kind of turn it into what I would describe as a horror Stanley Parable. So I want to see where I can get at with that.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Okay, cool. So, Liam, have you got a release date for 4 yet?
I'm not going to say anything until I've gotten news from my testers for the new version. Because if they find even more bugs, then, you know, I'm going to have to break it
there
again.
might be some delays, yeah. Do you think it will come out this year, though?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's gonna come out sometime in November or December.
Yeah.
Really?
Those are the last 2 months.
I'm hoping late November. We'll see. We'll see.
And I'm guessing for you, Nixon, it will be sometime next year.
Yeah, probably next year, first half.
Okay. Is that it?
I do believe so.
Okay. I'll put the game links in the description and your Twitters and stuff. And make sure you check out the games when they release. You'll obviously see me playing them. And Dark Deception
Me
as
too.
well. You'll be seeing me playing that and Final Nights and Nixon's upcoming fan game. Like I said, if you want to play any of the other games that they've made, I'll put them in the description. Thanks, guys, for coming on. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Welcome, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, same. Thanks for having us.
All right then, guys. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Next week, it's either going to be Nightmare Chica or Amber Lee Connors who plays Toy Chica. One of the two, and then that's it, I think. Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
wait, when did that come out? I swear that's old. Didn't see that, but it is coming. When did that come out? I feel like that's very old. Oh no.